The more you watch other videos and constantly read new books, the more you keep yourself trapped in a cycle, continuously looking for solutions. You don't make progress, not because you don't watch the right Andrew Tate podcast, because you don't do the work that needs to be done and you can't bounce back from problems in your life. Time and time again, I realized that it's not about any external factor. Externality is only an excuse to mask problems in your minds. You don't actually have problems. What you have is a current perception, which is faulty. And the more you look at different creators and different things, you see like this fancy lifestyle. You read books and it seems like there's some crazy successful individual where you can never get to that point. Accept the fact that there's going to be discomfort, and accept the fact that there's going to be pain, uncertainty, and all of these negative feelings, and then sit in those and take that state as a state of normality, rather than thinking they're wrong, they're bad, or anything like that. Disregard that desire entirely, and that's actually what's going to make you more fulfilled. Time and time again, I'll start procrastinating or like recording this video when I should be working on a program, which is a whole other thing. I'm not going to try to sell you anything in this video, but I'm supposed to be working on a program for my current clients. So I'm making this video because I'm looking for some external desire. And yeah, okay, I should be posting on YouTube, whatever. I mean, I can make whatever excuse. In reality, it all just comes down to the perception of what I see around me and what I think will benefit me the most. But the only way you can create that upward spiral of continuously getting new, better opportunities is only if you just sit in that discomfort, sit in these negative emotions and take them as being okay. Sit in the fact that things don't always have to be certain. That's how you're going to succeed in business, and that's how you'll see results. Not by sitting around trying to make things perfect, also looking for every solution that there is on this planet. Instead, become aware that you're in that point and take yourself out completely. By then just doing the actions you know will get you closer to your desires. Almost all of it, 99.99% of you getting to where you want to be is simply changing your perception, actualizing that into your actions, and then doing that for long enough to get to the point where you want to be. But if you never develop the correct perception and become aware of where you are right now, you're never going to be able to change that because you haven't identified the problem, which is there is none, except for the fact that your perception is faulty, stopping you from becoming the type of person you want to be. So you need to change your perception so you can find that direction and close at least a part of that gap. Because once you learn what actually you need to do, you simply take action on that and make yourself believe that that is what the most beneficial thing is for you to do, rather than scrolling on YouTube Shorts. I've done that consistently before. Look internally, change your perception, and that's how you're going to do that. Now, with that being said, I actually have this free community, completely free. It's not like, oh, you have to join it, but you have to pay this, whatever. I don't know, it's free, right? Free community, top link in the description, which will help you change your perception so that way you can find clear direction in what you want to do. I have an entire course breaking down each step, how you can change your perception and actualize that into your reality. About an hour's worth long of content inside of there. And you can take the next step to actually getting to where you want to be. Because the best way for you to change your perception is by adopting the one of someone who is closer to the point that you desire. I closed nearly $16,000 in sales at 16 years old, working maybe 30 or 40 hours a week, and I'm continuously scaling past that point. Look at the development and the progress that I've actually had. Then you wait for the compound effect to build up, which think about the compound effect as this J curve of you're here, you think you should be a little bit higher, but then all of a sudden explodes out of nowhere. And this continues at every cycle inside of business. really in every skill you can imagine. Going from 0 to 1,000 takes as much time as 1 to 5,000, right? And these sorts of things. And then you each time you scale, it's that same thing, but then you think you should be higher than you are currently. And it's this continuous cycle year on end, where you could continue to believe that you should be higher than where you're at because of how this J curve looks. Instead, what you want to do is be okay with not getting to the point which you want to be, because you accept that point as then that's when you're going to be fulfilled and happy. But that's why a lot of Olympic gold medalists, once they get to that point, they actually have severe depression because they don't know what's next. It's because you achieving your goal or defining your goal as the point which you'll be happy facilitates yourself to not being happy right now. So take the initiative, change your perception, think about yourself 5 years from now or yourself 5 years ago. The problems of that same person seem minuscule in comparison to what you think and feel like now. So develop the perception of the future version of you, and you realize a lot of the things or the problems that you're dealing with don't matter. They're actually just a byproduct of how you think.